It's a very exciting project, and we've brought together empathy, which is a design method, computing from computer science, and mechanical engineering. Combine them together to create an empathy led self assessment toolkit that helps people to assess their readiness level before they adopt technology. So it tells them if they are receptive or not receptive to technology and enables them to then get support, upskill, train. So it's for people to self assess themselves and not for managers to use it to downsize their organization. The motivation came from working with people who don't belong to my world and them also having the same motivation. So, design, I'm a designer, computing, Irina, who is a project uh, partner, and May, who is in mechanical engineering, we wouldn't be able to work together and enable this new way of thinking if it was not for a funding or a vehicle to bring us together. So it was about funding, it was about creating. So what InterAct did was gave us the network. So they brought us together in a sandpit. It was a perfect environment for creation and creativity and having conversations that usually we would not have. And then they added the funding, which then helped us to do what we actually wanted to do. We knew of each other, we were having conversations, but it was the sandpit that really created the environment and the networking dinner that made us, have those deep conversations that would create that new knowledge, which otherwise is not possible because we are busy teaching, marking, and all those things. So the way our work has supported UK manufacturing, I can give you a small example. So we were invited last year to talk at BIM series conference, which is looking at use of building information modeling in construction and architecture. And this year, because of this project, they have added a whole track on BIM implementation, which looks at human factors and people led strategies of implementing technologies such as VR, AR, and building information management within construction process and architectural process. And I think is that kind of impact. People are thinking about the impact of technology on the workforce, which was kind of not the priority before we started talking to this community of BIM engineers. I think from our perspective, at least from this project, we are using the method of empathy to understand humans and how emotions affect their ability and perception of a technology and helps them either adopt it for a long term or not adopt it. And we are doing it ahead of a technology being introduced to the workforce so that organizations and managers have a way to upskill, support, and also nudge their workers towards this new technology that they are investing in. So the human factors has a big impact on whether these technologies that are coming in into workforce will be adopted or not, because humans use technology. And if they're not ready, they're not going to use it. Personally, I found it life changing. because as a researcher who works with soft skills like empathy, there is not a lot of application apart from consumer research. And what it made me do is bring empathy to real problem and apply it to solve a real problem within manufacturing and digital adoption, which I wouldn't have been able to do and see the impact and the value of it without InterAct. And in order to do that, InterAct brought the people who understand business, what businesses need. I work with soft skills, and the people I InterAct got helped me to quantify and make this soft skills more understandable for businesses. So it's about the language and application as well. Yeah. The lasting impact of InterAct is in the people that we've come together. And I think we are going to carry on doing this work. So the network InterAct has created is going to carry on. That's the legacy, I think. Yeah, we were just talking about the future insights, and I think there's a lot of conflict as there are so many stakeholders involved in digital manufacturing. There's lots of conflict because I am looking at empathy led transformation, digital transformation, so focusing on people. However, businesses look at profit, bottom line. So there's a conflict there. So, how do we solve that conflict? Do we have to challenge the way we think about profit? Do we need to renew the index? So, I think, do we need to use happiness index instead of, profit index? I don't know. I don't have the answer, but I think there's a lot of work still to be done. It's really good. It almost seems like it's not like it's calling a showcase. It's almost like the beginning of something new. I know InterAct as is coming to an end, but the ideas we worked on yesterday feels like, okay, there's something else. We have to carry on. It doesn't feel like an end to me. So last 2 days were just full of possibilities, opportunities, collaboration, engagement, lots of potential.